We got problems, Laker Nation. Kendrick Nunn's ramp-up process has reportedly been slower than anticipated. He's our only scorer. But wait, did he respond to this? Let's check it out. Oh, you learn new things about yourself every day on social media. That's why I'm barely on here. I don't think it's been slow. That's just people trying to get clickbait titles. We're going to be discussing, I think, the Lakers' future with your boy Kendrick Nunn. Look, I'm super high on Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn is turning heads. He can be a walking bucket, but there's one thing that you need to know about Kendrick Nunn, and it's not on the offensive end. I am going to break down some film. I am going to show some stats. This will be the Lakers' best point guard by far, and if you stay to the end of this video, you're going to be completely shocked at what he can do on the defensive end. I will break it all down. You're not going to want to miss it. I am your NBA white guy. I talk all things NBA hoops from a hooper's perspective. And if you love that kind of content, then dunk the like button. In fact, if you don't want to see these NBA breaking news stories anymore, then the like button is the only thing that tells the YouTube algorithm to put my videos out. So make sure right now you hit that like button. And subscribe so you never miss a thing. All right, let's take a look at this guy here. The one thing I love about him, he can finish right-handed too. If you watch a lot of highlights, he can go right-handed. But I wanted to show a couple of these shots. Straight away.
4, 3.
Straight away.
5.
And
4, 3, 2.
A finish right-handed. But I want to talk about this. So when we break down his shot chart, the reason I'm showing these different shots here is because I want to be able to explain why he can be the Lakers' savior. Again, you're not going to want to miss what I'm about to show you here. But this is kind of that left wing. He's a left-handed shooter. We're going to go from rookie season to his second season to what I expect this season.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay,
5,
this is the other side,
4,
the right side.
3.
Hey guys, I'm really trying to do good basketball content. The NBA breaking news titles that you guys kill me about are the only ones that go out there, so you guys have to hit that like button. That is the only way that YouTube gets my videos out. So if you want me to continue doing Hooper's perspective and breaking down film, hit the like button right now. Now, I don't mean to bring up some practice shooting to show that he is the greatest shooter alive. That's not my intention. That's what a lot of other people will bring up. I wanted to show you all these different styles of shots that he can make so that when I break down his shot chart, you'll have an understanding of why he's working on some of these, where he's, his strengths are, but also we see, summer workouts. I've watched Dwight Howard hit, 10, 12 three-pointers in a row, but he doesn't go out there and shoot them in games. Well, maybe one or two. But this is what I don't want to do, is fall into these traps like a Russell Westbrook and working on a new shot. We have to understand, is this dude a shooter or is he not? Now let's go over and break down some of Kendrick Nunn's shot charts. So the first thing that I want to bring up here, this is old Kenny Nunn. This is his rookie season. He shot 35% from the three-point line, had over 900 shots, 44%. So the one thing that I want to break down, because the Lakers this season, in order to be successful, they've got to go to spots. They're going to be running this 4-out, 1-in system. This is going to really, hopefully, allow a lot more movement to happen instead of, kind of that horn setup that they did last, year with the two screens up top to Russell Westbrook and hoping for a floater to Anthony Davis, which still works. But this is going to be an offense where there's going to be somebody, definitely a lot more cutting and more open shots, especially straight away. If you got a guy like LeBron or somebody, gravitating the defense to the middle, guys got to get to their spot. So Kendrick Nunn, this is something that I absolutely love breaking down, is where are these dudes shooting from at a high level? Straight away. If you look at the stats of a Russell Westbrook right here, atrocious. In fact, a lot of shooters struggle right here besides your boy Kendrick Nunn and LeBron James. So as a 4-out, 1-in system, you've got a point guard now who, need I remind you, if you actually watch him on the defensive end, he never stops working. He is a motor. I've seen him strip Kevin Durant of balls while dribbling on him. This is a guy who plays high-level defense. So does Patrick Beverley. So does Dennis Schroeder. But Kendrick Nunn's scoring ability is better than all the other guards. And I think a combination of him, even like an Austin Reeves, paired up with LeBron, Anthony Davis, and maybe a Thomas Bryant or a Damian Jones, this can be a very dangerous team if we can allow, you know, a Westbrook to come off the bench, right? So now if we look at that three-pointer, remember he was on that left side shooting it. That's where he really knows he needs to get better. If he's going to be a straightaway shooter, which is what he likes to do being a point guard, he already shoots at a high click over on these side, but this side was 31%. Now let's go over to the next season here. This is 2021. He was at about 30% over here. He increased it to 41, and he didn't take a couple shots. That's out of 100 shots almost. So now you look at this side, 43%. This was just his second season in. He's working on this shot a lot. So he's shooting, you know, all combined up top over 40%. Where he struggles is corners. The good news about that is we have a lot of guys who shoot very, very high percentages from the corners. Patrick Beverley, even Anthony Davis, even Russell Westbrook, they shoot 40, even 50% from these corners. So it's about getting to your spots. Now, the one thing about Kendrick Nunn, he can finish. Westbrook last year shot at about 50% around the rim. He was missing a lot. Kendrick Nunn has the ability to go up and finish left-handed because he's a natural left-handed player, but he can also hit right-handed floaters. He can make right-handed layups. This is really important with your point guard position to be able to finish on both sides and shoot at a high percentage. Now, when you get into the middle, pick and roll scenarios, right? You know, a guy like Westbrook, he's not shooting very well. He's shooting, you know, 20, 30% up in this area. You got Kendrick Nunn shooting above 60%. So whenever you do a pick and roll and the two defenders go down on Anthony Davis, now you've got this wide open shot. He doesn't hesitate. He comes off that screen a lot of times and he's putting that shot up immediately. So this is going to start pulling the defense up to respect Kendrick Nunn, which now allows the lob play for an Anthony Davis. So thanks to Laker fam, he had some defensive highlights of Kendrick Nunn. If the Lakers want any chance to be a good team this year, it's going to start on the defensive end. Russell Westbrook was a liability last season, and that negatively affects the entire team. That draws down the energy and makes it so nobody wants to play defense. Darvin Ham said he is going to base his decisions on starting on the defensive end. So we already know that Patrick Beverley, he's a pest. We already know that Dennis Schroeder, he can be a pest. Kendrick Nunn, this is a high motor dude who, if you've ever played hoops, you have that one guy who just gets steals differently than anybody else. He just has a knack for it. And so Kendrick Nunn is that dude. So when I watch basketball, I'm usually watching it differently than a lot of people. So here's a couple highlights of him that really showcase what I'm talking about. Here's wide open. Again, you have to stop the ball. That's your number one goal. If your point guard's coming down, stopping the ball, right? A lot of times, these point guards, they're so good at dribbling, they're going to blow by you and cause a lot of problems.
Look as well.
Boom.
Leonard just trying to crack the seal in the fourth quarter.
And he
Turnover.
can go give it
Nunn
right back
lobs it up and
to Adebayo, right? So this is somebody who is constantly looking for the steal. He's constantly thinking about defense. And on fast breaks, it's not all about him. He's going to give it to his other dude, even though he can finish at a high level. So the next thing is, when you're an undersized point guard, then you have to be smart on defense, right? You have got to be able to get into spots, especially on bigger guys, to at least get your hand on the ball. Big guys, what are you doing with the ball down low, right? That ball needs to be up high. And, a lot of point guards and stuff, they're not going to get active again. A guy like Kendrick Nunn, watch this. He's on help side. He's watching. He's involved. He's in the play. He's back over here in this corner. Now watch him get in front. Active hands, rip.
Pass got taken away by
and
Nunn.
He's leading fast breaks.
I love that music for the Heat.
Here's another one, okay? He gets a ton of blocks for a little guy. But what I want to show you is just the active. He's always moving.
Taken away by Nunn.
He's got it. This is the other one. Right here, he's coming across. He saw it. Quick block. Okay, so here's another one coming up with Trae Young, an incredible point guard. Active hands, moving his feet. See how he's got that steal out? He's constantly watching. Now, the one thing you're taught if you're a good defender is you watch that offensive, the point guard, you watch his waist, see his movements. So the one thing about Kendrick Nunn, he's moving his feet good, but he's watching that waist, and he knew that Trae Young was going to come up high with it. He's got super long arms. He can go in there and steal it. This is really going to help with the energy from the other Lakers to get involved with steals. Now, here's another one where they're driving to the paint. Instead of letting that dude blow by you, using your body, stopping that ball. Active hands,
Collins played
right?
collegiately at Wake
He's
Forest.
always got his hands moving.
It's a 1-point Heat lead off our 21st lead
He
change
reads
of the
a
game.
lot
There's
of
a steal
passes.
by Nunn. Here he
And
comes,
he
racing with
finish.
Randall right by him.
Against the starting five of Miami.
help defense. He's got a big man, active
knocked
hands.
away by Kendrick Nunn, and he comes away with the
moving,
steal.
never stopping.
Lob ahead to Jimmy
and the
Butler.
one thing that I noticed on this one,
Williams knocked away.
Lead change of the
look
game.
at what he
There's
does for a little man, right?
Here he
Obviously,
comes,
this
racing
is his
with
finish,
Randall,
but going
right
back
by
down,
him.
I'm going to pick him
Against
and
the
point
starting
something
five
out.
of Miami.
Okay? He gets the screen. When you're taught to come off of screens, ball side, hand up, right? So you've always got to have that hand up. He does it. He's watching the ball, and he's watching the center. Now what he does is when this center goes down and gets position, Kendrick Nunn sneaks right around him because he knows that pass is coming. Well, when it doesn't come right away, he goes and gets the steal. But look at what he's thinking on defense here as the big man comes down, okay? Big man's trying to wrap him up and get post position. Kendrick Nunn already swam him. He's on the inside. That doesn't allow the pass to come down. Then he goes in for the steal.
Williams knocked away by Kendrick Nunn, and he comes away with the steal.
Right. And ahead for the
lob
fast
ahead
break.
to Jimmy Butler.
Okay, here's another one when you've got a smaller defender, right? You've got big men. You've got to have your head on a swivel, especially on help side defense. So you got Olynyk in the corner here. You got Nunn on the wing. And as this ball starts to progress down to the corner, we're going to see exactly what your boy Kendrick Nunn does. So he's going to work down. He's got his eyes. Look at his head. Back and forth, back and forth, back and
All
forth.
three of his shots today as Nunn steps in.
You know what the simple thing about Kendrick Nunn is? Do you see what his hands are always doing? They're always out wide. That makes you bigger. You're taught that. You know, I teach my 4th grade son. We're about to go to basketball practice right now. Keep your hands up. It makes you bigger. His head is constantly moving. He's never allowing anybody behind him. He is watching on the defensive end. I've been higher on Kendrick Nunn than the majority of the people out there. This is a sleeper player that can completely change the Lakers' future. Now, all we got to do is get into that playoff setting, let LeBron and Anthony Davis do their thing. But I'm telling you right now, mark my words, Kendrick Nunn's going to get some minutes this year. And in Darvin Ham, talking about all energy, you've got Patrick Beverley, you got Dennis Schroeder, you have Kendrick Nunn. These are great high-energy, defensive-minded point guards. Kendrick Nunn and Schroeder can score. You got Westbrook. You know, if he can come off the bench and play the team's second team, I think he can be absolutely electric, and he can go out and do his thing and not be kind of, you know, shadowed by LeBron James running point guard, because he's a point guard as well. And everybody's like, man, we ain't got no height. Who we going to have? If LeBron James figures it out and says, you know what, if I want to win a championship, I got to play defense. Look, he's 6'9", he's 250. We've seen him shut down Derrick Rose. We've seen him shut down Donovan Mitchell. We've seen him shut down centers. We've seen him shut down everybody. So if LeBron plays defense, we've got our 6'9" dude. Then we can have a shorter backcourt. This is the way that they got to figure it out. Darvin Ham has to hold LeBron James responsible. If LeBron James plays tough defense and maybe shave a few minutes off of his playing time this year, that will spark the entire Lakers organization. They'll be a dangerous team. I guarantee it. Now, again, hit that like button, please. It's the only way that the YouTube algorithm puts my videos out, unless I do NBA breaking news, which y'all keep killing me on, and I am your NBA white guy. So if you love my kind of videos, make sure that you are hitting the like button, tapping the subscribe button. Now, check out one of these videos where I break down some film of the Lakers or some other NBA stories. And until my next video, homies, we'll catch you later.